Alright, so hello guys, my name is Kenneth Escobar, and in this video I'll be talking about describing the different types of cables used in the world of internet. The first cable I believe ever used is like any cable ever used, to be honest, the electricity cable. Right? You need to plug in your laptop, you need to plug in your computer to a wall socket or your laptop to like a battery and everything. So an electricity cable is primarily usually made up of copper wires, usually three copper wires that are coated um, by an insulator, of course, and wrapped around each other like braided like hair. Right? They do that so it could be so the wire could be more flexible and so it can transmit data faster. Not data, but like electricity. Right? So like by bunching of small wires before concentric stranding adds the most flexibility. Copper wires in a cable may be bare, or they may be plated with a thin layer of another metal, most often tin, but sometimes gold, silver, or some other material to make the conductibility faster. Tin, gold, and silver are much less prone to oxidation than copper, which may lengthen the wire life and making soldering easier. Tinning is also used to provide lubrication between strands, and tinning was used to help the removal of rubber insulation. So that's practically what an electricity cable is. And since this video is all about internet class, we don't really need to know much about electricity cable. However, there are other cables that we do need to know about. So like connectivity cables, right? So you have the HDMI cable, the AV cable, Ethernet cable, fiber optics cable, stuff like that, right? No one uses AV anymore because HDMI is just amazing and everyone likes their 1080p screen quality. Unlike this video because I have very bad cameras. Oh well, whatever. But the Ethernet and fiber optic cables are like the primary thing that I want to talk about today because they're the most commonly used cables for internet connectivity, which is practically what we're doing, right? So the Ethernet, it was developed by Xerox in the early 1970s, and it was introduced commercially in the 1980s. Ethernet is a popular method of networking computers in a local area network, or LAN, right? So you just plug it into your router, and every single one of the Ethernet connected to that router can transmit data accordingly to like any other laptop, right? The cables are comprised of multiple strands of copper wire that are twisted together, kind of just like a electricity cord. But instead, they have four twisted wire pairs per cable. Two of the pairs are used to send data, and the other two are used to receive data. And data is transmitted via electrical signals sent through copper cabling. And they're like the two major ones that are used are Category 5E and Category 6. Since they're like high speed gigabit Ethernet, which is kind of what we want instead of 10 megabits per second. That's like really slow, really bad connectivity, right? Fiber optic cables, however, they're like the fastest ones that we have so far, just because they transmit data through the speed of kind of like with the speed of light, right? They're made of special thin optically pure glass that carries digital information with light instead of electrical currents. And there are good sides, but there are also bad sides to that, right? So one of the good sides is that it's incredibly fast, right? Have you ever had Verizon? Verizon actually was one of the first companies to use fiber optic cable to transmit their Fios TV and high speed internet and whatever. They were the first people to use it. And one of the downsides, however, is that since it's light and it's special like glass tubing, if you bend the wire, like I need a wire. No one saw it. All right, so if you bend this wire like this, then the light will just protrude out. Not really protrude, but it will lose a lot of information. That's the bad thing about that. You need like steady curves, like on a train. You can't make a 90-degree curve on a train because you'll just like fall out. That's really bad. In Ethernet, however, you can make a move like that because it's electricity. Electricity just goes between the atoms and stuff. Unlike light just goes straight. So that's practically it. I mean, there are two types of fiber optic cables. There are single mode fiber cables used for laser light to send signals, and they're much faster and lighter and thinner than the multi mode cables that use LEDs or light emitting diodes to send signals, and they're usually just for short distance. And that's it. Thank you.